Welcome back, everyone. Today we are recreating the soap Sisters from the Oregon line that first shot there. That was the original soap I designed a couple of years ago, and the new one is based on that photo I just showed by Mike Putnam of the Sisters Mountain Range here in Oregon. It's one of our favorite places to go as a family, and just saying, post-production, the soap is gorgeous. Alright, so I already added in my dry additives. They're the usual blend of diatomaceous earth, colloidal oats, buttermilk powder, goat milk powder, and coconut cream powder. And the fragrance we're using today is Amazing Grace. It's a philosophy type, and it's from Cierra Candles. It's such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance that goes with this theme so perfectly. And I'm sure you've noticed by now that my phone there on the table is playing something. It is Danielle Kirsty. She's a true crime channel on YouTube. It's one of my guilty pleasures, and she's got a very bingeable channel. So try to ignore that, but also, shout out to Danielle Kirsty for having a great channel. So this is a hammered copper kettle from Crafter's Choice, that colorant there. One of my favorites, so whenever I find a chance to use it, I do. And I sometimes find that adding a little bit of my soap batter to my micro dish before adding the rest of it to the soap I'm trying to color is sometimes a lot easier. It did kind of turn out a little more pink than I was expecting, so I added some magic mushroom from Nurture soap to that. And I need my layers to be kind of thick because we are sculpting. So I kind of messed up and poured off too much of my soap batter to color with that hammered copper kettle. And I actually need that amount to be green. So I took a risk and colored it with my jade green from Nurture soap, hoping that I'll still get a green color, and I did. It worked out really well. If you can try to avoid that though, because you won't get perfect shades that you're looking for without having them done in advance, I advise it, but it turned out alright. And that is, I believe, either Klein Blue or Cashmere Blue. It's also from Nurture. Yeah, I've got like 3 different shades of their deep blue. Sometimes I blend them up, but typically when I go for that blue, it's Klein. And it's one of my favorites to use as well. Nurture soap is pretty much my go-to for most of my colorants. Alright, so now I've got some soap shreds from one of my other soaps I just made, my Mountain Glow soap. I needed the hot pink and the orange and the yellow to add in there and make it look like flowers out in the field, just like in that photo. So I feel like I make a lot of excuses for why I don't put videos out on a regular schedule, and I don't want to keep apologizing. I'll say it this one last time, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have a regular release schedule. I've tried, but I'm a mom of 4 kids. I've got a household to run. I've got things just constantly going on between home life, the business, pets, kids, just like everything. By the time I make time to edit, I'm exhausted, and honestly there's other things that need worked on, and when it's just me doing this part of everything, like my husband helps with a lot of the physical business side of things. We're trying to renovate a trailer to do like pop-up shops and stuff. So we've got other business stuff in the works on the side, and now that the weather's finally getting warm and everything, I mean, Oregon's been awful up until recently. The rain has been atrocious. We did have a really good week not very long ago when we were able to go camping as a family, and that was like all my husband wanted for his birthday. So that was really awesome that we were able to make happen. We were able to go with my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. And we're approaching summer break, and I'll have the kids full-time again, which is awesome, and it will honestly make the pop-up shop situation a lot easier for me. Not having to leave and go pick them up, and my daughter's not in track anymore. So, there's a lot of things that are going to be easier coming soon. But again, I don't have a regular release schedule. I've tried it, and there's just always stuff going on in my personal and business life that doing it on a regular basis is just too difficult. And again, I get tired by the end of it. So anyhow, I hope that just putting out a video and putting some inspiration out there is at least satisfactory enough. If it's not, I'm sorry. I can suggest a lot of other channels that have strict release schedules for you, and they're amazing, and they're who I learned from. So if you're new to the scene and you want someone to be putting it out on a regular basis, I got you. I'll let you know. Just tell me down in the comments. But even my Instagram page has been seriously lacking in the content lately, and that's just because it takes a lot of time and energy to write out posts, put together stories and reels, and go through and edit everything to look seamless, which I'm not that great at. And I just don't have the time to do that on a daily. A lot of business owners do, and I applaud them for that, but I don't. I don't, and I don't want to get burnt out on soap making because I love it, and I love the business aspect of it, and I don't want to get burnt out on that either. So I'm just, doing the things I absolutely have to do and kind of letting go of the strict reins I had myself in before. So anyways, last time I'm gonna say it, I'm sorry. But let's get back to the soap making because things are getting real now. So I have white swirled with gray to make my mountain range, and a little bit of movie magic right there for you because you did not want to sit through all that shaping. It took me over 10 minutes to shape those peaks. The Sisters Mountain Range is 3 peaks, so yeah, lots and lots of shaping to satisfy my OCD. Once I was satisfied with my peaks, I went ahead and put some white on the tip to give it a snowy cap, and then just kind of shaped it a little bit more so that way, it was even more satisfactory. And also, just playing with soap is a lot of fun. So if I can get away with playing with it a little longer, I tend to. It's a problem sometimes, but anyways. OCD is going to take back over here in a moment, and I'm going to have to reshape those peaks now that the snow cap layer is on. And then, I'll go ahead and put my sky layer in, and then I've got to swirl the top, which don't even get me started on how much I enjoy swirling the top and adding glitter and all that. It's just a whole nother issue for me, but I digress. Just watch me finish this off, and then we'll come back and cut it. And here's a side-by-side comparison. The left soap being the old version of Sisters and the one on the right being the current. And I think it's a really great update. What do you think? So these soaps are available now with the rest of the Ode to Oregon line. You can find them by following the links down in my description. Here's one last side-by-side. Great improvements. Thanks for sticking around through all of my chattiness and over-explaining and just whatever nonsense. I appreciate you for being here. I hope you liked it, and I can't wait to see you back next time. Bye!